Right now, you're probably smiling. Maybe at your phone, maybe at someone nearby, maybe at nothing at all. And if someone smiled back at you just now, you felt something. A small warmth. A sense of safety. You didn't think about it. It just happened. But here's what nobody tells you about that smile. The one on your face right now, the one that feels like the most natural human gesture in the world, didn't start as happiness. It didn't start as friendliness. It started as a threat. And the journey from there to here is one of the strangest transformations in the entire history of human evolution. Let's start with what you think you know. Most people assume smiling is universal, that it means the same thing everywhere, that it's hardwired into humans as a signal of joy, warmth, and connection. And the evidence seems obvious. Babies smile. Blind people who have never seen a smile still smile. Every culture on Earth smiles. It must be innate. It must mean happiness. Except it doesn't. Not originally. Not even close. Go back far enough, and the smile has a completely different meaning. One that your brain is still using today whether you realize it or not. In the 1970s, a psychologist named Paul Ekman spent years traveling the world studying facial expressions across cultures. He went to places with no contact with Western media, no television, no movies, no exposure to how other cultures expressed emotion. And what he found became one of the most cited studies in the history of psychology. Certain facial expressions were universal. Anger, disgust, fear, surprise, sadness, and happiness. The same face, the same muscles. Every culture, every continent, every era. Nobody taught them. They were already there. But here's what gets missed in that story. Ekman also documented something else. Context. Because while the muscles that create a smile are universal, the meaning attached to them is not. And when you trace the smile back to its biological origin, the story changes completely. Your closest evolutionary relatives don't smile the way you do. But they do something that uses the same facial muscles. Primatologists call it the silent bared teeth display. When a chimpanzee pulls its lips back and exposes its teeth in a wide grimace, that isn't joy. That's submission. It's a signal that says I am not a threat. I am smaller than you. Please don't attack me. It's the opposite of confidence. It's fear wearing the face of a grin. And here's the part that should stop you cold. The muscles used in that chimpanzee grimace are the exact same muscles humans use to smile. The zygomaticus major. The orbicularis oculi. Same anatomy. Same movement. Different meaning. Somewhere between our primate ancestors and modern humans, that signal flipped. What started as a display of fear and submission gradually transformed into something that communicates warmth, trust, and social invitation. The same face. Completely reversed meaning. But here's what makes it even stranger. The original meaning never fully disappeared. Your brain is still using both versions simultaneously. And you do it every single day without knowing it. Scientists who study smiling have identified over 50 distinct types of human smiles. Most of them have nothing to do with happiness. There is the dominant smile, used to assert control while appearing friendly. The dismissive smile, used to reject someone's idea without open confrontation. The embarrassed smile, used when caught in a mistake, communicating I know I failed, please don't punish me. That last one is the closest to the original primate submission display. When you smile through embarrassment, you are doing almost exactly what a chimpanzee does when it wants to avoid an attack. The signal hasn't changed in millions of years. Only the context has. And then there's the fake smile, which your brain can detect in approximately 500 milliseconds. Faster than you can consciously process what you saw, because a genuine smile involves a muscle around the eye, the orbicularis oculi, that you cannot voluntarily control. It fires automatically during real positive emotion. It doesn't fire during a performed smile. And your brain, which evolved in social groups where reading intent accurately was survival critical, learned to detect that difference without your help. You felt it. You've met someone whose smile didn't reach their eyes. Your brain flagged it instantly. That's millions of years of social threat detection still running in the background. So here's the full picture. Somewhere deep in primate evolution, baring teeth meant don't hurt me. Over millions of years, as humans became increasingly social and increasingly dependent on cooperation, that signal transformed. Submission became invitation. Fear became warmth. The same face began carrying the opposite message. But the original wiring never disappeared. It just got layered. Your smile is doing multiple things at once. It's communicating joy when you're happy. It's communicating submission when you're embarrassed. It's communicating dominance when you're asserting yourself. It's performing safety when you're nervous. All with the same face. All with the same muscles. Every time you smile at a stranger, you are running one of the oldest social programs in primate history. You are sending a signal that your ancestors sent millions of years before language existed, before cities existed, before any of the things that define human civilization existed. The smile didn't start as happiness. It started as survival. And somewhere along the way, survival started to feel like joy.